They're all in the server. They're all ready to roll. WinterFox, your T-sided team, Counterlogic Gaming, CT, and WinterFox trying to storm their way into this A bomb site. They're going to have essentially a 5-on-3 until the rotates come in. They pick up 2 big frags. That's Anger and Devil Walk grabbing those as Tarek trades one out. Finesse going to be on the fast rotate. Can he get there quick? He will take down Lex. Bomb does get planted at A, and we're going to have a 3-on-3.
Yeah, it's going to be tough as XP3 already goes down here. They did get the bomb plan, but they had to defend against his retake. So far, Anger doing well, but now he's all alone. He's got to get the quad kill to close this thing out, and he's been able to find a third, but JDM gets the edge on him there, and that's going to be it. But at least that bomb plant's going to give him the option to buy in the third round, get those AKs out, early, and, we'll see how it plays out. Probably a full save here, so it should be a 2-0, but we got to wait for that third round when the AKs come out.
Yeah, WinterFox is not really a team that we see pistol armor second round. If they get a bomb plant, we don't really see them ever do that, even without a bomb plant. So expect maybe just a light pistol buy to come out here and see if they can maybe drop some guns out of the hands of the Counterlogic Gaming players, do a little bit of damage, force them to buy into that third round to hurt them up.
Looks like Lex bought a flash and a Tech 9 for Anger, so maybe they just try to attack Skyfall with the flash Tech 9 combo. But no, they're actually splitting A. Okay.
Yeah. So they're going to try and work this into it will be an A split. We have 3 working their way into the halls. I don't know if Cutler got spotted.
He did.
Yeah, okay. So Cutler's going to get spotted. They know there's at least 2 there. Cutler will peek out, MP in hand, takes down Anger and Pit. This Tarek inside the bomb site will remove Devil Walk. So this strat coming from WinterFox is getting blown up here until Lex gets one. Same with XP3, but it will leave XP3 1 versus 3 and doesn't work out well.
Yeah, but, of course, not much invested there. So full AK is going to be coming out this round. Curious to see where they're going to bring it. JDM's just on the P90 right now. He doesn't have the op out yet. B is definitely a site that they could be hitting now, just because they don't have to worry about JDM's op being in that position this particular time, which is one of the big tools that CLG has to defend that B bomb site. Besides, obviously Hayes playing that long B platform as he does on T side as well. And it looks like we do see them gathering up for that long B hit. So it should be just a few moments here before we see this execute coming in.
Looks like WinterFox is going to try and gear themselves up towards the B bomb site. Going to have that deep lurk by Devil Walk. Let's see if he's going to try and make any noise to pull rotate, or is he just going to be on a super, super deep? Yeah, it looks like just a really deep lurk here. He's actually going to work his way back into the halls now. And here comes the execute attempt coming out from WinterFox. Flashbangs will go out. They have good smoke coverage, at least from the drop side of things. They got to get down. They have 1 to deal with. That's going to be JDM right in their face with a P90. He takes down 2 before Pitt gets him and hazed. So it's going to be an even trade here, and Devil Walk has a good chance of hitting this drop and making it work for him. Gotta find the shot on Finesse, which he can't do. We have a 3 versus 1 now inside that B bomb site, as Pitt makes it in 1-on-2. Now he makes it a 1-on-1. Great shots come out. He's wide open to get this bomb planted, and he's going to go for it.
Good ace here, and then win the round off of that alone. It's a brilliant individual effort, but he does take a lot of damage from Finesse here at the tree, but he still has a chance. He's still battling back here. This is getting pretty crazy.
Yeah, low on HP will be Pitt. He's trying to find a shot on the Finesse, hits him with some good damage, brings him all the way down to 13 HP, but not quite enough to get the frag. Finesse will finalize that 1 versus 1, and man, they hold Pitt to a 4K. Almost had the ace there for WinterFox to get that early buy victory.
I would guarantee you there was a huge sigh of relief that broke across that team house whenever Finesse was able to get that kill, because Pitt almost made a huge play there, getting 4 really big frags on the round. So pretty crazy stuff, but just not quite enough. And now JDM has that op in his hands, and CLG is one of those teams that pretty much stick the op and B every single round. A lot of other teams, like Luminosity, for instance, with Fallen, or Adrenaline with Liquid, they'll usually have that op in an A rotator position to kind of take the picks mid, and then maybe rotate to B as needed. But JDM is one of those operators that pretty much sits in the B bomb site time after time. And so that's going to be, like I said, a big weapon CLG has to hold that site. So be on the lookout for that throughout this game, as we do see WinterFox is pretty default right now.
WinterFox is trying to work their way through. They have guns in their hands. We got 3 Galils up, an AK, and a Deagle in the hands of Devil Walk. Lex is going to be the most aggressive player at the moment in the A halls. Cutler's going to punish him for that aggressiveness, but they still have plenty of players alive to try and work something into that B bomb site, which is the direction they look like they're going right now.
And JDM has his op fixated, though. As soon as one of those people cross, he's going to be able to get basically a free frag before they spot him out. Pitt has snuck out onto the platform. He comes in, grabs the kill, but Pitt able to make the trade. Really well done, but there's one in the corner. Will Pitt detect that?
Pitt's got to jump down. He looks for it. Ends up checking the back corner too. Gets himself 2 already. Trying to find a third as Tarek's going to be the fast rotator. And he will find that shot. Gets it. Ends up pushing his way back. Picks up an AWP actually. So he's going to be trying to AWP here with an extremely high ping. 124 at the moment. Trying to find the shot. Ends up missing it onto Finesse. But the bomb is planted in B. It's going to be a 2-on-2 now as we have Finesse and Cutler trying to get the retake going. And Anger finds a nice shot onto Finesse. He's got one more to battle with. That's going to be Cutler right in his face. Ends up spraying him down. Anger gets a 2K to close the round, and WinterFox is on the board.
I mean, it's just Pitt making plays. I mean, that's the second round in a row. He's been able to get at least 3 kills coming out of that Long Beach platform, and that's the spot where, you know, Hayes is going to be playing both sides of the map. So you're going to see that matchup quite a lot. You know, Pitt versus Hayes. Who's going to win that matchup? Because, I mean, Pitt hasn't been affected by this ping. He's still been playing really well in all the games I've seen him play with this team. And Hayes is that main guy besides JDM's out that's going to have to try to put a stop to him. And that time, you know, Pitt's been able to get a jump on him a couple of times here. And that gives, like I said, WinterFox their first round, forces CLG onto their first save as well. So this is going to give WinterFox a chance here to, you know, get back onto the scoreboard in a big way.
Yeah, if WinterFox can string together 2 rounds here, really help boost their economy, that would be big for them. But Finesse does open up, able to take down Anger as Counterlogic Gaming finds 2 already. JDM and Finesse with the CZs in their hands will take down Anger and Pitt respectively. And that has to bode well if you're Counterlogic Gaming coming up on an eco against guns from WinterFox.
And they weren't able to pick up any guns. It's too dangerous to go inside Long Beach and try to go grab that AK. So they're still just on pistols. But they have, you know, like you said, a 2-man advantage here. Cutler, though, might get caught by Devil Walk, just waiting for him to come out. We'll grab a free kill. So that helps, you know, bail the WinterFox out a little bit. But they still aren't a man down here. So you need to be careful.
It's going to have that 1-man advantage in favor of Counterlogic Gaming. They're going to be 4 versus 3. XP3 is going to swap out his op for an AK. Let's see if he can find something with it. JDM does fall down in front of him, but they still have Hazed right there fighting. Gets a dink on the Lex, low on HP, but XP3 is there to guard his teammate. We lose Finesse also. Now it's all up to Tarek. He's going to be 1v3, doesn't have a gun in his hands, but he should be able to find one, and yes, he does. He gets that silent M4, so he can try and force the issue if he would like, or save this M4 for next round, and it looks like he wants to go for the save. Or he's lagging out.
I think he lagged out, man. If anything, I would think he'd try to go get some guns down. Just because, I mean, people are low on HP. You know, reset WinterFox's money, force him to rebuy a lot. You know, your buying situation isn't really going to change much. But I guess there is a couple of guys a little bit lower on money with only a 2-round loss bonus coming in next round. So actually this M4 gives them, you know, some type of ability to buy. But yeah, the high ping here from CLG. I didn't take that into account. You know, how is CLG's personal DDoS are feeling each night? You know, you never know with that guy.
Yeah, that's rough. So apparently CLG is having the issues again. It's coming back through. And, man, that sucks. But WinterFox does get 2 in a row now. So that builds their economy. They're able to get a full buy into this one. And Counterlogic Gaming still not able to buy yet. They're going to spend some money to even out their economies. But it's still going to be very healthy in favor of WinterFox.
Absolutely. I mean, just being able to catch, you know, CLG in that reset there, you know, forcing them onto a double save, that's good news for WinterFox. They also didn't lose too many members last round. They only had to rebuy on 2 players, so it's definitely good news. But now we have more lagging out going on here. Hayes is just, like, sliding around. I don't think Cutler was even aware of what was going on there as he gets taken down, so this is rather unfortunate. I guess this is the best time while they're on saves that this is happening, but once it starts happening in some gun rounds as well, that could kind of counteract WinterFox's own ping issues. This is a weird battle of, like, internet problems for both teams.
Yeah. Ooh, Tarek gets a nice pop flash off there. Tries to hunt down XP3. Can't find it yet. Ends up getting it eventually. Able to grab himself an op. And he's going to run away with that thing. So he's going to try and save this for next round where his team will be for sure onto a bye. But he's got Lex pushing out towards him in the halls. He's able to take down Lex. And Tarek is a very good operator in his own right. And he's able to get down Lex and Pitt. So it would be him 1 versus 1 with Anger. They know he's on the save, and I don't really expect Anger to go on the hunt. And as I say that, it apparently looks like Anger's going on the hunt.
Yeah, I mean, might as well try to, you know, get this op out of his hands here, as he will be running around looking for it. But I mean, Tarek just chilling out, you know, right here by Harry Potter. You know, just waiting for Hedwig to come in and deliver his mail. Just chilling out over here, you know.
That was way too nerd,
dude. We're casting a video game. You can't nerd me. All right?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We've devolved quite far now into this
Oh, no.
into this cast, and it's very early in the night. We're only into round 7 here.
Of
This
4 maps. We still got
yeah.
3 full more to go. Not even halfway through this
It's
one.
not looking good.
Great start. It's been a while since we casted together too, so
Very true.
I guess you had to,
I gotta drop
all
the
that you
nerd
saved
alert
up.
every once in a while. Yeah, exactly. But into round 7 now. Counterlogic Gaming has got tied up by WinterFox. It's going to be 3-on-3, but you have to think, though, some of these rounds might be troublesome for Counterlogic Gaming due to the lag that they were experiencing. But then again, WinterFox experienced it too, but that's because some of their players, it's playing from Sweden, so...
Yeah. And JDM does have the yacht back in his hands here, so that's going to be big to be able to hold down this B-bomb site for those future attacks, but they're looking to work really all into the map. Very, very default here. Cutler and Tarek just holding their ground on the A-bomb site, playing pretty passive. Not really peeking anything here while Anger tries to work this drop down. So just waiting for that initial engagement to see, how this gets tilted and whose favor does it go to. At a standstill right now.
WinterFox working slow towards that A bomb site at the moment. 2 players. They're actually going to throw a fake at A and actually rotate their way back through mid into the B halls. And really close to the B, or down there in mid will be Cutler. He ends up going down to Lex, but Tarek fast on the trade out. So it will be an even 4-on-4 until Finesse is able to take down Anger, and they know it's rotating to B. Pitt steps out, removes JDM's face. Hazed on the fast trade. XP3 up in hand, even with the lag. Still hitting some shots here. It's going to be an even 2-on-2 now. Can XP3 get another one? Misses the first shot onto Tarek. Devil Walk trying to get that bomb planted as both CTs are on top of him, trying to work their way around. Tarek finds it on his Devil Walk. Now it's all up to XP3. Last man standing. Low on HP. Gets one, but Finesse right below him. Right there at the broken wall. Ends up getting the shot off. Ends up winning the round thanks to the defuse kit. That'll be 4-3 in favor of Counterlogic Gaming.
Yeah, it got a little bit dangerous there because, that's, again, JDM going down pretty early with that op inside the B bomb side. That's a big investment to, keep having that op going for him. And for him to have a couple of mishaps like that, Pitch has been getting the better of these B entries on CLG. But Finesse and Tarek on that 2v2 retake play really well. Finesse has been defending that drop very well. He keeps catching Devil Walk there. He hasn't let anyone drop on him yet. So he's definitely defending pretty well. And that's good news for CLG because that certainly helped them out, despite the fact JDM was missing a couple op shots. And now WinterFox forcing out what they can, but it's not a lot. And if they lose this, they're back onto a save. So this can be where CLG starts edging out ahead if WinterFox is not able to pick up this round. But they do, have a good amount of damage dealt there to Tarek and mid right off the bat.
We have a little bit of insider information thanks to Silent on Twitter. Actually hit me up saying that at this point it's not even DDoS anymore. It's just terrible internet that CLG has to suffer through, which is even worse. DDoS, you're like, oh, it's out of our control. No, we have horrible internet. That absolutely sucks, and that is heartbreaking for CLG. As WinterFox
relocate that team house to Google Fiber location.
Apparently, that needs to happen. But into round 8, WinterFox has picked up 2, picked up 3, actually, all off the back of Lex here, as Hazed is able to trade out Anger, but the damage has already been done by WinterFox. They're going to be 4 versus 2. They have control of the A bomb site, and you can already see JDM and Hazed retreating here to try and hold on to their rifles for next round, as WinterFox will tie this back up at 4-4.
That's just Lex getting some 3 entries on the A-bomb side. That's incredible stuff there. So great individual effort there from him. And that's going to deny CLG the ability to punish WinterFox's economy. They're going to survive with 4 players, so they get themselves out of that rut. Meanwhile, it's CLG's money who gets reset. They had just won a round after losing 3 in a row, and they're right back to losing. You got several guys down to, $0, 50, 300. They're going to be in super saving territory next round for sure. So this is really boding well for WinterFox.
Yeah, they're able to actually find. They didn't sniff out JDM, though. He's going to go try and trade some kills here. Almost had a lineup shot. Does take down Lex. It's going to be up to, never mind. Devil Walk gets caught on the jump. That'll still even things out at 4-4. But WinterFox losing those rifles at the end of that. That's going to hurt their economy a little bit. They're still able to full buy through this thing. But of course, if they didn't have to buy the rifles, that set them up a lot better going forward.
Yeah, their money's still low, but CLG doesn't really have much to punish it with. They have JDM with his op, and we'll see what he can do. Looks like they're going to counter boost him with it. I see them do this actually quite a lot. He will get the initial pick. He won't go for anything else. So getting that first pick, that's something that CLG does repeatedly with JDM. And it yields them a frag, so that's a good 5 versus 4 start here. They can't collect the gun or anything like that, but at least they have a man advantage to work with here.
So 5-on-4 advantage for Counterlogic Gaming. They're going to reboost JDM back up over there on the balcony. He's going to try and wrap his way around behind that box to see if he can get any shots on anybody trying to work through B halls. But WinterFox at this point has pretty much, they're going back towards B now. Looks like more towards the drop, though. Maybe going to try and hit drop and swing this towards that A bomb site, as they already have a player already deep in. Hey, that's going to be Lex. He's got to be careful here. Look how far he's pushed his way up. Pitt finds a shot also. Pitt is able to get a second one. That leaves Tarek and Cutler by themselves pushing through A mid towards the B halls, and they're going to try and wrap back towards B.
I'm pretty sure that's like the third time in a row I've seen Pitt just one-tap JDM while he has an op in his hands with an AK. It's ridiculous. Like, Pitt is just punishing JDM on that B-bomb site. I mean, in the past, CLG was still able to retake, which is why the score's not that bad, but Pitt's dominating that B side of the map individually, man. There's no doubt about it.
So WinterFox will take the lead as soon as this round comes to an end here. It's going to be a 5-4 favor of WinterFox, who has guns in their hands. XP3, the only player they drop this round, unless Cutler can pick something up with the UMP. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. They know he's up there at the drop. They will push towards Tarek, and Tarek does have a P250 in his hands. Let's see if he can get Lex here. Lex turns his back. Tarek misses a bunch of shots, and Lex will actually spin around and take him down. So Tarek with a great position to take down Lex, grab an AK, and run away with it. Not able to get the shots off, and man, Cutler was hunting for that op really bad.
Yeah. Couldn't get to it. Now CLG are actually in a situation where they pretty much have to double save. Maybe they get some upgraded pistols behind Cutler's ump and try to make an aggressive play with it or something like that. But this is giving WinterFox a chance to, take a pretty decent lead here on the T side. I mean, granted, this map has swayed a bit T-sided lately. It's always swayed T-side in the NA scene, period. But even internationally, we've been able to see a lot of people calling this map maybe a bit T-sided. So it's not too bad for CLG if they're only down a couple of rounds. But this is good news for WinterFox, who have been dealing with so many ping issues, and they're doing well here tonight.
WinterFox going to be going guns up here against Counterlogic Gaming with just some pistol upgrades coming out. We got Finesse with Duelist, JDM with the P250, and we had Hazed with the Deagle, but he's already down and out. JDM does find himself an AK, though. He's getting pinched here at the A bomb site. It's up to his teammate Finesse to get the wraparound through the halls. Gets the first one, but Anger will be there with an AK to ensure the damage that Finesse does is only one frag in his favor. WinterFox will be up by 2 rounds now from the T side.
Absolutely. I mean, Hayes really struggling over on that B bomb site. Cutler also having a hard time over on the A side of the map. So that's 2 weak points that you're seeing. Even though JDM has a decent amount of frags, he's still been getting out-dueled by Pitt's rifle on a pretty consistent basis as well. So there's just a couple little things not going CLG's way right now. Meanwhile, you got some guys on WinterFox really stepping up. I mean, Lex has been performing really well for this team as a fragger as of late. Ever since the CEVO Season 7 landed and moving forward, around that time period. I know they weren't at that event, but around that same time is where he really started to just frag really well, and it's been pretty good. And Pitt, like I said, ping not affecting him, man. He's playing a great game, and now it's just back to that slow default to start with from both teams.
So guns up for both sides now. Let's see if Counterlogic Gaming can try and bring this back within one here. They have the rifles in their hands, allow or not allow WinterFox to keep the damage going in their favor. Let's see if WinterFox can string together a couple more. I mean, this would be their 4th round in a row if they can get it. And Devil Walk crouching up through mid will hit the shot on Cutler at stairs, but he does get traded on Tarek right at the slope. So even 4-on-4 now. No op in the hands of any of the WinterFox players at the moment. Doesn't matter though. Lex will find a nice shot onto Finesse. That makes it a 4-on-3 for WinterFox.
Yeah, this is big stuff here. I mean, Cutler's getting caught on this A-bomb site consistently as well. Great stuff here. They're trying to fight back. Hayes trying to get in here and make something happen. He does line up a couple. Gets the bomb down as well, but quickly traded. And now JDN has to play a tough 1v2. He's at A. He does catch XP3, though, so now he's in the... this is a winnable 1 versus 1. We'll see what happens.
So Lex versus JDM. Bomb planted at the B bomb site. JDM going to take an awkward long route to be able to get back to the B bomb site. Goes directly through mid to try and wrap his way around, and Lex is going to position himself right at the drop, and he's going to hear where JDM is coming from. Great positioning, and JDM doesn't even care. JDM just going full tilt running. He does have a kit to try and work with. Works his way all the way into the site, and at this point, he has to know Lex is somewhere around the corner, but Lex better hurry up. Not enough time. JDM gets off the bomb, hits the shot onto Lex just in time, gets back on the bomb, will get the defuse, and man, big round pickup there from Counterlogic Gaming, bringing this game back within 1 round.
Yeah, finally limited what Pitt was able to do there. Hayes making an aggressive play with a pop flash on the long B, lining up 2 kills, including getting the bomb down temporarily to kind of slow things down and give JDM more time to rotate. So a big play there from Hayes, but also a really, really solid job there from JDM in the 1 versus 1. So finally, CLG put another point on the board here. It's a very, very tight game. Both teams still on a full buy. JDM is moving his out to a different spot. He's now playing in the mid, but he can't find the kill, and XP3 finds the opening pick instead.
XP3 picking up one. Lex gonna force his way through mid. So far, WinterFox has had a ton of luck working their way up into this A bomb site and on slope. And again, it continues here, taking down Cutler. So that's 3 frags in their favor without dropping a single player yet. But Finesse close in the A bomb site with the swag in hand behind the APC. Lex will eventually take him down. That's 2 for Lex on the round. That leaves Hazed all by himself. He's going to be 1 versus 5, bomb planted at the B bomb site. He doesn't really have a good escape route as Pitt has pushed his way all the way up in the B halls. So Hayes going to be in trouble here, especially since he's getting pushed and his position is going to get given away as soon as he has to kill one of these players.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough for him to save. Probably shouldn't be able to here, but he does actually get the second kill on the Pit, so he's surviving a lot longer than I anticipated here on this long B platform with 1 HP. We'll see if he survives. In the meantime, just talking about that round, Cutler is just getting bullied over on that A-bomb site, Luke. He's 3-11 right now. He's really struggling to find anything. On top of that, they tried something different by putting JDM in the mid room with the op instead of, playing his normal position at B. Goes for the opening pick, misses, which is fine, but Lex catches him falling back, and he had his back to mid, and Lex was able to get up there and punish him for that. And Lex is at 17 kills right now, so he's playing out of his mind. This is like almost an overperformance from Lex. Like he's really, putting the team on his shoulders here. Same with Pitt making some good individual efforts early in the half. So this is looking good as they have CLG on to save again.
I mean, WinterFox, we were just talking about it. They're having a lot of luck working into the A bomb site. CLG knows it. Look at them onto an eco round here. Actually going to be stacking towards that A bomb site. They're going to spam a ton of damage through those doors. Nobody's going to be there. It's going to be a 5-man CLG stack in the A halls. Let's see if Devilwalk sniffs this out or does he get picked up. He's going to move his way around the corner. Ends up seeing the first one. Ends up getting traded very fast. He's going to make the call, so they should be rotating towards B as quick as they can, especially after hearing all of those players
There's 2
running
in there
around.
too.
Yeah, so Lex going to be the Lone Ranger here down in mid. Let's see if he can catch him. Finesse is me coming through the double doors. He's got to be careful. Finesse should get the flank off. Finesse will get some damage done to him, but Lex knows he's in trouble here. Can he get away? Not able to escape Hayes, who has picked up an AK, and that will make this a 4 versus 3 in favor of Counter Logic Gaming. Now that they picked up 2 AKs, that's going to help a lot for this retake attempt.
Yeah, I mean, they can actually go for this here instead of just saving. JDM does go down, and one of the AKs is pretty far away on Hayes, so maybe they do just wind up saving this, and Cutler is looking for X with the 5-7. So, good response from CLG to grab a couple of guns, but still a round win for WinterFox here, who have, really put together a solid T side. I mean, Devilwalk being able to get that read, being able to reroute that bomb back to the B bomb site, they avoid the trap that was set there by CLG, and so they will keep increasing their lead. So really good game here from WinterFox so far. Definitely unexpected to see them doing this well tonight.
Definitely, I'm pretty surprised that they're able to do this well with their ping issues. And yes, everyone watching the stream, we are aware of the lag. We're trying to do what we can. Producers doing everything that he can right now to fix the issues. Having no luck yet. We're going to try and do everything we can to get it back to normal. And we are aware of it. Sorry about that, guys, but the game is going, so we're going to do what we can to try and make sure you guys can at least see parts of it, even though we're lagging.
Right, and I mean, CLG here, and we saw WinterFox yesterday when they played against good opponents like Congos and Luminosity, just not get anything done. They got dominated in all 4 of those maps, but tonight they're shaping up pretty well here on Cobble. CLG really struggling all across the board to defend some of these sites here. And we are going to see, again, WinterFox just opening up same default that they've been running almost every single round, but they've been able to get lots of picks with it. Pitt, he's been devastating on the B side of the map, and Lex, I mean, he's been working that mid-slope quite effectively over on the A side. So they're just going to keep working that. I mean, it's not broke. Don't fix it. Oh, man, Cutler. Poor guy. He's just having a rough night tonight, man, so far.
Back into it now. We're going to have that 5-on-4 advantage in favor of WinterFox here, who has the gun advantage also. What's curious, no op coming out in the hands of XP3. I'm pretty sure at this point XP3 is just kind of done with it right now with the amount of lag that he has. It'd be too hard for him to get some op shots off that are accurate. We've seen him struggle with it so far, but Lex gets a Molotov down on the Finesse and then ends up taking a shot on a Tarek, but hazed at the B bomb site. out of the backside of the drop room. We'll pick up 2 before Anger trades them out. So it will be JDM versus Lex and Anger, bomb in the B bomb site. And JDM has the 2Ts split at the moment. So if he can pick up 1 and try and turn this around, he might be able to get both of them. Now he's in trouble, though, because he is going to be 1-on-2 directly in his face. Ends up hitting Lex, who tried to make the jump. Misses the Molotov. Anger gets the bomb plant. We're going to have a 1-on-1 here. Anger low on HP. Same with JDM, but Anger will pick it up, and that's going to be 8 rounds in favor of WinterFox.
Really well done there. Again, Lex is having a great half, up to 19 frags now. Anger coming up with a big play there at the end as well to put him in the positive KD ratio. So really good showing here from WinterFox thus far. Cutler, like I said, really struggling over there on the A side. It's really hurting CLG quite a lot as WinterFox has been, really attacking that mid slope and those danger stairs pretty regularly this half as we do go into the last round of the half. And CLG, not much to work with on it. Just a couple of mag 7s and then 3 5-7s. So see what they can do with it here. As WinterFox has a great chance to go up to 10 rounds in the first half, which would be, remarkable for them given what we saw last night.
Yeah, definitely. 9 rounds in their favor already, looking on point here. If they can keep that going, if they can make this a 9-6 half, that's going to bode very, very well for them because CLG traditionally has a very strong CT side on this map. And if WinterFox is able to grab another round in their favor, make this 10-5, that would be absolutely huge for them.
Definitely. Like I said, they had a lot of struggles last night in that triple header they played against Conquest, Luminosity, and Follow Esports, only winning 1 map out of the 6. Really struggling with all the ping and all the different visa issues they're dealing with players. So, I mean, they're in a devastating situation right now at their lineup, and they're trying to get things sorted. And to have a positive note like this to open up well on this map, that's definitely good news for them.
Yeah, anyway, WinterFox can get away with at least getting ties going forward is going to help out a ton. I believe they already have 3 losses on the season, so pretty much at this point they're out of LAN contention, but anything they can do to help out here, and I mean, if they can walk away with giving CLG a loss, that is going to help out quite a bit.
Here's a big thing that you got to think about, though, is actually CLG. Their LAN attendance is not guaranteed by any stretch of the imagination right now. I mean, we know that when they started the season, they had 5 ties in a row. They had no wins, right? They didn't have any losses, but they were getting a lot of ties, and that was killing some of their points. Instead of getting 2 points every game, they're getting 1 point every game, right? And the reason why I bring that up is when you look at what Conquest has been able to accomplish this season, I don't think they had any losses this season either. Maybe 1, but I don't think any. And they were able to get several wins on top of a lot of ties. So they're actually sitting number 1 in the league right now. And while Luminosity has a good chance to overtake them, and, Liquid and CLG were in position with their makeup matches to try to get into the top 3 with Luminosity. If CLG takes a loss tonight, and you got Conquest sitting over there with no losses, that could be a problem for CLG trying to qualify for CEVO land, man.
Yeah, that could be absolutely huge for them. And I mean, realistically, I don't really see Counterlogic Gaming losing too many games. I don't see them losing this game either. If WinterFox can continue this, it's going to be a tie. I don't see WinterFox being able to beat Counterlogic Gaming on terrain, even though WinterFox does have side choice advantage. So when WinterFox gets on there, they're going to pick CT side right off the bat. And if they can have a very strong CT side, that's going to help out a lot. But just Counterlogic is so strong on that map. And we could even still see a comeback tonight from CLG. Right. But I just don't see them taking a loss, which is huge. I mean, that's going to be the biggest deciding factor. Whether or not you get the tie and get 1 point out of it, or you take that loss and get no points, is really, now that we're coming down towards the end of the season, a lot of these teams are getting really close, if not done already, with their regular season play. That 1 loss in your column, not having that 1 point is going to hurt, or possibly 2 points.
Right, so here's the thing. Conquest finished with 6 wins, 1 loss, and 4 ties, whereas right now CLG, 3 wins, 0 losses, 5 ties. So more ties and less wins than Conquest right now. So, like I said, even getting a tie tonight would be, kind of devastating. It would really make it much more difficult for them with only 2 games left to play after tonight to get enough points. Because if they tie tonight, that's 12 points, right? That means they would have to win their last 2 matches of the season in order to tie Conquest in points, 16 points, and then it would come down to tiebreakers. So, yeah, it really behooves them to just go ahead and win tonight, and especially not take a loss to be able to make sure they can, beat Conquest out for a spot.
So CLG, now that we're starting second half here, just trying to speed their way directly or as fast as they can into this B bomb site. And it's working out so far. They've only dropped one player. Anger's going to be the last CT left alive here. He will be 1 versus 4. Luckily, Anger not suffering from lag tonight. Same with Lex. Let's see if Anger can make something happen. As he's going to be on the rotate, catches the first player. That's going to be Finesse right in his face. He gets spotted out, so they know where he's at. You got to try and hunt onto Finesse, but Finesse a little bit too quick with the Glock in hand. That'll be CLG picking up a pistol round over WinterFox. So far, CLG's got both pistol rounds.
Really well done there from Tarek, really, man. I mean, he just gets 3 really big entry frags there to open things up, and that's CLG right back into the game now. As long as they avoid, any type of anti-ecos here from WinterFox, get back up to 8 rounds, they're right back into this game despite the Rust TT side there from them. So definitely, big play there from Tarek to get his team right back into the game.
Now, a huge round for them. Hayes is able to open this up in round 17 here. Second round of second half now. I just want to try and hold on here. They want to get all of these anti-ecos to try and continue with some rounds in their favor to set themselves up to try and make this an 8-10 game if they can keep that going. But WinterFox, as soon as they got guns in their hands, went back and forth a little bit. And then WinterFox got a little out of control there, stringing together quite a few, not allowing Counterlogic Gaming to battle their way back in from the CT side.
I guess this is a combination of some of the CLG players just having a tough time holding their spots, and guys like Pitt and Lex just performing really, really well, and that's how they were able to pull off a nice half. But CLG here so far, avoiding that stack over towards the A bomb site, gonna get a free bomb plant here, should have no problem getting the 7th round, and probably an 8th on the way pretty quickly afterwards. So they're right back into the game now. The panic button does not need to be hit. They're right back into this thing.
They're going to be up 5-4 here. They do have the bomb planted. WinterFox with
that one-hand MAC-10.
Yeah, 3 of their CTs with Deagles. Now only 2 of them with Deagles, as XP3 has a P250 in hand. They're not really going for it here. They're just trying to save these upgraded pistols to see if they can have some luck next round. Maybe get a stack somewhere, but not looking good so far.
That was actually the MP9, my mistake, but still holding it one-handed gangsta style there, grabbing himself the frag. And a couple of Deagles are going to be saved here from WinterFox, and Pitt is absolutely just dirty with a Deagle, to be honest, man. Like, he poses a serious threat with that thing. I've consistently seen him pull off plays on and on land with it, so he has it in his hands. There's a little bit of hope there for WinterFox, but definitely still a huge edge here for CLG to go ahead and close the gap a bit more here with 8, as long as they don't fall prey to these upgraded pistols from WinterFox.
So WinterFox again with pistols in their hands. They were able to save a couple of them. Teammates ended up buying a few more, and not really a huge stack coming out here from them. A little bit stacked towards that B bomb site, 3 in that direction. And now there's only 2 towards B, as they're going to have to pull a rotate after they lose XP3 and Pitt. Anger goes down also, so Devil Walk, fast rotator, going to be the closest one at the drop room with the Deagle, trying to find this shot on a JDM, who's weak on HP anyways, and he can't touch him anywhere. Same with Lex trying to take down Hazed. That'll be an 8th round for Counterlogic Gaming, and now they're only down by 2.
Yeah, there it is. So here comes the opening gun round, however. This is where, WinterFox will have what there needs to be to put up a good defense, and it'll be up to that battle again. Like I said, Hayes is going to be the guy that leads that long B platform. A lot of the time, Tarek will sometimes be there right there with them, but they have to go up against, a guy like Pitt, who's been nuts so far this game, and he's going to be defending that long B platform, so that matchup's going to come out again. It was Pitt who was winning it from the terrorist side, but how will he do on the CT? As he's going really fast on this split, man.
Yeah, it's CLG speeding their way through the drop, trying to get a good split on the B bomb site. Do they check the corner where Lex is sitting? Lex is able to get 1, but Pitt is in the bomb site. It ends up going down as XP3 finds a frag of his own, though, on the rotate. It's going to be a 2-on-2 now, as Devil Walk hits the touchdown onto Tarek, so no bomb plant comes out. Hayes will be 1 versus 2 with the bomb inside the B bomb site. He has nobody really to contest him at the moment, so he's going to use this smoke. Tries to go for the fake plant. No one close to him, though. And we're actually going to have a deep rotate coming out here from Devil Walk, who's going to try and force his way back into the B halls.
He's playing the long game, man. I mean, he's playing the mind game, just getting a huge flank on the Hayes. But Hayes, I mean, he's playing right into it. But he pulls out his pistol, so that gives Devil Walk the edge here.
Devil Walk tries to
Okay.
force up onto Hayes, but Hayes with the pistol out will take him down. And Hayes just going to go on the rotate towards the A-bomb site now. That leaves XP3 in quite the predicament here. He's going to be 1 versus 1. And at this point, he just has to bank on one of these bomb sites and hope he gets lucky. And so far, it's looking like he's not going to get lucky. Hayes full rotate to A. And XP3 is going to have to, as soon as this bomb goes down, speed his way over to that A-bomb site. And no, he's actually preemptively doing it.
Yeah, I mean, really good mind games here from Hayes. When he fake planted didn't spot anything, he's like, huh, why is no one here peeking me? And kind of read that the long B flank was coming in and played it really well, but now it comes down to this 1 versus 1.
Ooh, both players very low on HP. XP3 the worse off, though, at the moment with 13 HP. Hayes down to 36. XP3 trying to work his way over. Ends up hitting the headshot onto Hayes. And WinterFox will be able to pick up a round. They're going to make that 11-8 now. So guns up goes in favor of WinterFox from CT side.
Yeah, big clutch there from XP3 on the 1v1. Nice attempt, though, from Hayes in the 1v2. I mean, he read it pretty well, just didn't win that last duel. So WinterFox do take the opening gun round, but still plenty of money here from CLG, especially from Hayes, man. He had 10K, so they're not hurting for money at all over here. JDM will have the op in his hands as well. And again, we'll just have to see how these long B matchups take place between Hayes and Pitt throughout the game, and what can Pitt do with this op on the terrorist side. That's going to be kind of the 2 keys for CLG, you know, to get some gun rounds in their hands.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if we're going to be able to see Pitt really work this into something, but JDM op in hand, going to be trying to battle it out here as we have WinterFox buying what they can, but it's not going to be a full healthy upgrade here, as Counterlogic Gaming does have the advantage, at least gun-wise for the moment, unless WinterFox can win this round and collect some guns in their favor.
Yeah, JDM just scoping out with this op. There's no smoke up, but a smoke does come in, and Lexus is going to use that to get the heck out of there. Or maybe not. He's doubling back right onto the platform. He has Pitt with him as well, so it could come down to this clash between, you know, Tarek, Hayes, Lex, and Pitt here in just a few moments. As the smoke begins to fade, CLG prepares. They're going to take this B hit. They're going to charge in here and see what they can do with these entries.
They will be contending with 3 CTs as soon as they try and enter this bomb site, though. That's going to be Lex and Devil Walk in their direction. That's going to leave XP3 and his teammate. Or excuse me. Yeah, XP3. No, Devil Walk's all the way at the A bomb site. Wow. Spacing out there. It's going to be Anger, Pitt, and Lex. And Lex is the first one to go down, actually, so it's going to be Pitt and Anger. The fast rotators, the quick ones there. And it's a full rotate from that A bomb site. All 4 CTs alive. Going quick towards B. They expect it. Trying to spam through the smoke. Able to get a little bit of damage off onto Hayes and Tarek, but not quite enough to get some frags. But the frags so far going in favor of CLG. Devil Walk will pick up 1 on the trade. Gets 2. Trying to hunt for some more, but he can't do it. JDM takes him down. 3K for JDM. And Counterlogic Gaming makes this 9-11.
Yeah, I mean, once CLG can actually get their entry fraggers out of B and get to the site, and then you have JDM's op to back you up on the long B platform. I've seen JDM time and time again, you know, in the later part of the rounds in post-lane with that op at long B, really be able to hold off the rotates well. It's good to see him establishing himself here on the CT side. I mean, I know his numbers were good, but we certainly saw him getting bullied a bit on the B side of the map by Pitt. But here on the terrorist side, you know, good multi-frag round there. Gets WinterFox onto, you know, just pistols. Gives them a great chance to keep closing the gap on the scoreboard here and get right back into this thing. So really well executed there from CLG.
Anything that they can do to try and keep this going in their favor is going to be huge. And did my game crash? Nope. We just minimized. All right. That was really random. But to round 21, guns will be in the hands of Counterlogic Gaming. WinterFox sitting at the moment with just some upgraded pistols. And WinterFox going to do what they can here. Pitt actually has body armor. Same with Lex. Just bought that to even out their economy a little bit here, as their teammates are relatively broke going into this round 21. Counterlogic Gaming off of this win might be able to propel themselves even here and then possibly into that straight up tie 11-11. But Pitt with the deagle hits the 1 dig onto Hayes before Cutler finally trades him out. But gun advantage again, guys, in favor of CLG. And you have to think at this point, well, Lex hits a 1 dig of his own. And Lex gets another one onto Cutler, but not a 1 dig this time. So Tarek trades out 2 frags, evens it back out, makes it a 2-on-2 here. WinterFox doesn't have guns in their hands, almost losing finesse, but he is able to pick up XP3. And his teammate Tarek will be able to hold on as Tarek gets 3 that round against the ecoing WinterFox.
3 rebuys that WinterFox forced though, so not too shabby for just a save round for the most part. Made that a little bit dangerous there for a bit, but CLG come out ahead still. Now they're just 1 round away from tying this thing up, and I mean WinterFox is on a double save rotation actually from having their money reset when they won that round number 19 and instantly lost. So with that double save rotation coming in, this gives CLG a grand chance to go ahead and tie this thing up. I mean the Deagles are still out here. For just Lex, though. I mean, Pitt doesn't have it, and JDM going to catch XP3 right off the bat, so already off to a good start here is CLG to work towards this tie.
Yeah, CLG on point here to try to make that an 11-11. And man, my guess continues to do that. We're going to get back into the game, though, and that's going to be Tarek and his teammate Hayes picking up some frags. JDM's in the argument. Also, Anger going to be the last one left. Pistol in hand. He's only got a 5-7 here. They know where he's at. They can grab the bomb, rotate into B. JDM lurks him out in mid. Will hit the shot. That will be Counter Logic Gaming tying this thing up at 11-11.
There you have it. So right back into this game, despite kind of a rough patch there in the first half where they gave up a lot of the rounds. They're here. They're back into the game now. They've been playing really well. Hayes is doing well over on that B bomb site, as well as Tarek getting those entries and giving them really good opportunities to close out rounds. And JDM with the op in his hands, he's been pretty bright on the Terra side so far as well. So looking good is CLG. WinterFox stacking real heavy at B. 4 players over there, just relying on DevoWalk. Play A alone for now as Anger focuses on the drop down while all 3 players over here are over towards long B. 2 will get boosted onto the platform here, so they have a really stout B defense, but CLG not necessarily heading that way. They have 3 over at the A bomb site clearing things out right now.
So round 23, we're evened up 5-on-5, no damage going out yet. Until Hayes is able to pick up Lex and steps right out and takes down Pitt. That's an entry into B. He's going to try and push off of this. XP3 completely blind. They know where he's at. XP3 somehow hits the shot. Hayes almost takes him down, spamming through the smoke. Ends up getting him anyways. That'll make this a 3K now for Hayes as they're going to be up 4-2 player-wise.
Wow, that's just massive that Hayes catches a push. I'm not sure why you saw Lex actually just push through long B. Like they didn't see anything, so he thought it was clear, but Hayes is just waiting there for him in the corner and pops off 2 entries off of that, and that changes the entire landscape of the round. And now CLG, they pretty much have this one in the books. They have a 4 versus 1. It's a little bit of an aggressive play there from WinterFox. They thought they had an opportunity, but, I mean, CLG just shut them completely out. What a big round from Hayes.
Yeah, so CLG now takes the game by 1 round in their favor as we hit round 24, and the struggle for WinterFox is completely real right now. Unable to find very much from the CT side. Let's see what they got in their favor. They got 1 round so far after switching halves, or switching sides at the half, and CLG looking very, very good from T side, and normally we see them looking a lot better from the CT side on this map. But tonight, they're switching it up a little bit here, having a very, very good T side. It's going to be up to WinterFox to try and counter this if they're able to.
Yeah, I mean, they're on upgraded pistols only this round, and they try to do the counter boost, but Finesse is on top of things here, finding the first kill and already spotting the other 2, so getting that information. Meanwhile, Cutler and Hayes clear out mid, and so, I mean, they pretty much have this one sealed. It's going to be up to Lex and Anger with just Deagles to try to do something when Hayes is holding them in position at B.
So Hayes making a ton of noise here at the B bomb site. Lex will be trying to go against him. It's going to be a 2 versus 3. Now a 3 versus 1 as Anger's going to be the last man standing here. He did pick himself up an AK, though. He was able to get both of those frags. He took down Tarek and Finesse in the round. Now he's worked back into the A bomb site behind the APC. 2 of the T's know exactly where he is. They end up taking him down, and CLG will extend their lead to 2 rounds now as the score will be 13-11, but WinterFox back onto a full buy.
Indeed, and they have the double op setup coming out in effect here. The problem is, though, the op is going to be on 2 really high ping players, so that's going to be a disadvantage if they do wind up dueling with JDM. Already is a great dueler in the NA scene, with those ops. He usually is going to be ahead of those guys anyway, even if they don't have high ping, so this could be a problem. But, I mean, Pitt, again, we've been talking about how the ping hasn't seemed to affect him too much. He's still playing really well, so maybe it'll still be fine as they will boost Lex up on the tree. And they have split the ops up 1 in each site. So let's see how they hold here.
Now into round 25, ops up on both sides, as Dust was talking about. We actually have a dual op setup coming out here from WinterFox. Let's see if XP3 and Pit can make some moves here. The dual op look, we haven't seen it from WinterFox yet. Let's see if this shakes up Counterlogic Gaming. But again, Counterlogic Gaming looking like they want to try and gear this towards a B side attempt. If Hayes is able to get some more entries at the B bomb site, which from the T side, he's been doing very, very effectively.
And they baited the op shot at XP3 on long A, so they think the op's there. They don't realize the second op's on B, and Pit coming out, finding 2 frags.
And Pit actually able to find a third there. He's able to take down Finesse, Hayes, and Tarek, so the B take attempt is completely shut down at this point. And WinterFox, 4 of their players geared up towards the B bomb site. They actually, who is a Devil Walk, pushed all the way through. Pit finds 4. Pit get the 5th, and he will get the ace on the Counterlogic Gaming. Pit with the 5K, even though he has 130 ping, making it happen with the op in hand.
Yeah, that's an insane, dude. They just fed him one by one there. That was just too easy for Pit. And I think it's just CLG, when they heard that op shot from XP3 at A, they thought, okay, the op's at the A bomb, so let's go ahead and just do another B attack, which they've been pretty successful at doing. Let's think about it. I mean, they've had Hayes and Tarek, run rampant on B several different rounds this half, but they didn't expect that second op to be in place, and Pit delivers with it in a big, big way. And now we see CLG changing the pace, going really quickly into B this time.
Yeah, so trying to go back to their bread and butter that they've had a lot of success with here at that B bomb site, is just speeding their way in through the drop and through the halls. But I mean, it's getting shut down now. XP3 finds an op shot of his own before Anger does go down in the drop. Finesse trying to lurk that one out. Finesse will find 2. And it looks like WinterFox might not be able to string together 2, and they will not be able to, thanks to Finesse getting himself a 3K, closing the round out. Counterlogic Gaming will be up 14-12 over WinterFox.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been calling Finesse's name out a lot tonight, not because he's not doing well, but just, because we've seen other players really make the bigger plays. But that was a big play from Finesse, getting that flank in so well timed, getting the drop on Anger, catching a second frag on the Devil Walk and the connector, then finding the final frag as well for 3. A big, big round from Finesse. The other big thing was Tarek being able to kill Pit right off the bat, not allowing Pit any frags with that op. So that was another big part of that round, to where CLG was, much more successful this time. And now they're sitting pretty here. They have WinterFox on, kind of a Suedo 4 spy. If they win this one, WinterFox has nothing to work with whenever they go for the W. So, CLG are well set up just to go ahead and win out from this point forward.
So into round 27 here, we're getting dangerously close to the final. Well, we are in the final rounds of regulation here on map number 1 between these two teams. And the comeback is definitely real here for Counterlogic Gaming. I mean, they've just been lights out from the T side of things here on Cobble. Even though their CT side was struggling. And is the lag actually? Yes, the lag is back. That is going to burn a ton of time if you're Counterlogic Gaming. At this point, they just need to sit back and just let this thing burn away if they're able to, so they can really have a chance of getting into this round. That would be heartbreaking for them, but they're going to execute anyways. They're going to try and go for it, lag or not. They don't care. Hitting the drop with 2 players as the bomb's working towards the A bomb site. They're going to try and work through the connector. Tarek can't hit a shot onto Anger. Cutler right there around the corner has to spray here. Lag looks like it's gone for him, so he's going to take down Devil Walk and not be able to get Lex out of the way. Man. So Finesse, trouble here. 1v4 has worked his way all the way through. I believe he got spotted by Anger. Yes, he did. He takes him down, but he's pinched here. Not a lot of time to gunfight with. Only about 15 seconds left on the clock. Got to try and work this into A. That's the closest bomb site, but he does have 2 CTs directly in his face, and Lex will end up taking him down. That'll be 14-13 in favor now of Counterlogic Gaming, but they have a big enough economy built here that they can buy through this.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one good thing, but it just stinks. Like, for the lag to happen on that round, that was such a key round. That's CLG's chances to close out the game. They win that round. WinterFox has no money to the play for anything when they go for the W, basically. And that's a 16-12 game for CLG. But now, this is giving WinterFox some life. Now they have a better buy here. They still have a chance of getting their money reset going into next round. So they could still be broke for the win, but we'll have to see. CLG needs to make this work. They're doing the quick B. They're getting out very well, and they're finding the entries.
But Pit and Anger are able to shut this down initially. We're going to have JDM removing Pit from the round. They got to be careful. They're going to try and rotate in. It's going to be a 3 versus 2. And here comes the lag. And man, WinterFox, do you peek off this? Cutler in trouble right there in the face. And he's lagging this thing out. He doesn't really have a chance. It's just if WinterFox allows enough time. And there it is. Nope, they peek out onto Cutler. I believe JDM still lagging here, doesn't really have a choice, ends up hitting an op shot anyways, able to take down XP3. Lag should be gone at this point. Can he win the 1 versus 2 to get his team that guaranteed overtime here? But he's so low on HP, only one to deal with. Ends up getting spammed down by Anger, and that's going to be WinterFox capitalizing on the fact that CLG's internet is having issues, and they're going to tie this up 14-14.
I mean, obviously we can't say for sure that CLG wins those 2 rounds, but they were in a way favorable position, you know, on round 27 for sure, and lost because of lag. And they had a rough start, so I don't know that they would have won it anyway, but that's still 2 crucial rounds where CLG is working for Matt Point on top of breaking WinterFox's money for the easy win. And in both scenarios, they have that lag happen. That is just absolutely devastating to have that happen. That's so unfortunate. They still have money to buy, though. So, I mean, they're still in the game. They're still able to contest, but it just stinks that they're having the lag happen to them right then and there in such crucial rounds.
Yeah. So, Anger into round 29 will open this thing up. And the way this is looking, no matter what, guys, we're going to the final round of regulation here on map number 1 between Counterlogic Gaming and WinterFox. Finesse will be able to find himself a shot in the drop onto Anger. It's that 1 kill that's going to even it up, make it a 4-on-4. Can Counterlogic Gaming hold on to this, or will WinterFox end up pulling this out? And Lex gives his position away, and Tarek just shoulder peeks off of it. There goes XP3 also, so now we got a 4-on-2 with Pitt with an op in his hands. Devil Walk right there with the silent M4, and Pitt still trying to hunt for that shot, tries to drop a grenade. He's got to avoid the Molotov, will get away from it initially, but Finesse is there to trade him out from the drop room. So now it's all up to Devil Walk here to not allow CLG to grab that 15th round.
So I guess the 3rd time's the charm. I mean, CLG finally going to move to Matt Point, and still pretty bad money for WinterFox. I mean, they're only going to be getting in $1,400 next round. A lot of their guys are pretty low. I mean, most of their guys are going to be, you know, just around the $2,500 range. Only 2 players would really be above that. So, you know, definitely still a situation where CLG are going to have, I guess, an easier time, you know, trying to take sites now that WinterFox doesn't have much, you know, utility to work with. But you know, if they get caught unlucky on lag again in the middle part of the round or something like that, this could wind up slipping into overtime for them. So hopefully everything will work out right. No external factors will affect this round, and we can just see this play out normally, because I know CLG would be super tilted to lose 3 big rounds off of lag like that, to lose this game, or to go into overtime rather than win it.
So now, final round of this game, or of regulation here on map number 1. It's going to be up to Counterlogic Gaming to try and close this one out. If they can do it here, they're going to be going against a bought-out WinterFox, buying everything that they can. And Anger's already got 2 with a 5.7, 1 piercing, and 1 just a straight-up headshot. That's going to make this a 5 versus 3. And WinterFox not able to collect either of those guns because Anger collected both of those from down low in the drop, shooting up. Oh, Pitt, look at this. Pitt is going to get aggressive all the way through the B halls. He does have a teammate with him. They might be able to make some... No, excuse me, that teammate was actually in the drop room. Never mind. But they do pick up a ton of information here as Cutler takes down Lex. And that makes it a 5-on-4. Excuse me, a 3-on-4 now.
Let's see how this is going to play out here. Are we going to see the victory here from CLG? Man. Or are we going to see WinterFox was in overtime? So far, looking good for WinterFox. Anger gets 2 big kills there at the drop down. Gets the bomb down, and Pitt clears it out. And even with little to work with... They win it, yeah. Man, oh man.
That was dirty right there. Anger with the 4K thanks to the 5.7 drop. Pitt cleaning it up right at the end. WinterFox ties it up, and we're going to overtime on map number 1 between Counterlogic Gaming and WinterFox.
I mean, both these teams kind of had their way with the terrorist side, right? So you kind of have to favor that, you know, with CLG. I mean, they had a good T side. Honestly, they lost 2 rounds off of lag, so it's kind of hard to like, you know, bet against them. I mean, they played well and their net was fine on the terrorist side. So I think they should be able to, as long as they don't have any more lag issues like that, they should be able to put up a good T side here in the OT based on what we saw in regulation. But it'll be about how well can they play that CT side, because, again, Pitt was an absolute monster on terrorist side for WinterFox. He was really giving you know, them a hard time over there at B. And if we're honest, Cutler really didn't have a good game on A. You know, Lex and Devil Walk were giving him the business over there. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens here. I mean, I think CLG should be able to get at least, you know, 2 rounds here in the first half of OT from their T side, pending no external factors influence it. But then from that point forward, you know, can they get their act together on CT side? That's going to be the real question.
And guys, now that we're waiting for overtime to happen here, we're waiting on players to get back. I'm assuming bathroom breaks, getting drinks. They're just waiting to ready up. And while we're waiting also on the players, I believe we're going to take a quick commercial break, or hopefully a quick break. That we'll be back once all the players are readied up and we're about to start round number 1 in overtime. We'll be back.
All right,
Hello?
folks, we are. Oh, I know you were back, mate.
Whoa.
Thought you were gone. Sorry about that, bro. I'm not trying to step on your toes. My bad.
Bring us in.
Okay, man. We're back here in overtime. Waiting to see if CLG can make things happen. Joining me tonight is, of course, Mr. Misled. How's it going, man? Glad to have you back. That ninja slip back in.
It was a lie. I literally sat right back down and threw my headphones on, and I heard the count in, and I was like, I gotta go.
My bad.
But yeah,
man.
for those
look at
that
this.
don't know,
CLG able to put the pause in because the lag starts
Right off the
before the
bat.
game goes live. There you go.
Smart.
Maybe that'll clear it out, for the rest of the half. Let's hope.
So I don't know if you guys, I didn't catch it, if you explained this already. We are well aware of the lag, guys. Our producer is having issues at the moment. We're doing everything in our power to fix it, but right now nothing is working. So we're going to do what we can, and we're sorry about the lag and the FPS issues. We're doing what we can, guys. We don't want you to watch PowerPoint, but at the very least, you can just imagine how awesome things are going by our sweet, awesome voices.
I mean, yours is fake, but mine's pretty sweet.
Right, well, yeah, mine is definitely fake. I mean, duh.
Oh! There you go, Tarek. Big hit there on the A-bomb site. And there's really no one else here. It's just through with the op. The rotation's not able to come in, really.
Lex does find one on the Haze, though. Gonna push his way back over, and they're looking for XP3. They think he's there, and XP3 hits a shot. Can he get away in time? Tries to throw a flashbang down. A little bit of panic desperation. It doesn't work for him, but Anger's right there at the APC to get one. So now we're gonna have an even.
Wow.
No, we will not, as Finesse takes down Lex. They say we're gonna have an even 1-on-2, which is not actually even. But CLG takes the first round of overtime versus WinterFox.
Yeah, that's insane. I think that's the first time we've seen CLG just do a fast A like that this entire game. I mean, all of regulation, they were doing really, really fast B tactics or maybe more slow late B rounds. Never seen them just do a fast A like that. So changing things up when it comes to overtime, giving WinterFox a different look, and it yields them around, right off the bat. So well done. But lag issues coming in here immediately for CLG again. So keep in mind, you guys are in Europe and we have more ping. Finesse is salty, just like the Dead Sea pouring down from his face right now for this situation.
There might have been some salt involved in that one, but you expect it from Finesse, and no big deal.
I mean, I would be upset too. I couldn't find a decent ISP in Silicon Valley. I mean, come on. I mean, right? Well, I guess they're not technically in Silicon Valley. Well, yeah, they kind of are, to be honest.
All right, so now into the second round of overtime here. Guns bought out in favor of WinterFox. They're doing what they can. They don't want to drop another round here against Commentators Gaming. They've opened it up. We already have that frag going in favor of Devil Walk. Anger gets dropped out of the round by Cutler, so speed into this B bomb site so far is working for Commentators Gaming. Good flashbangs come out, and Pitt is still able to hit the site even though he was full white, or hit the shot even though he was full white. Devil Walk gets one. Pitt on the trade out. We're going to have an even 2-on-2 now. And CLG going to get that bomb planted in B.
Yeah, so really well done here. I mean, they got past the lag. They were able to get into this B bomb site. Some great work from Finesse thus far in this round. But now it's going to be up to JDM. He's all alone. He's just scoped in on the stairs, just waiting to see if someone's going to, you know, cross in. But no one is doing that. They're both actually already inside the site. Now he might pick up on it. He has a Molotov to get him off the bomb as well. So really well done there. And nope, can't grab the push, and the molly doesn't actually land. Wait. Oh! It's okay, though. Actually, he's there to pick it up. It's all good. All good.
It happened.
It did.
Just barely on time on that bomb. XP3, luckily, is rolling with the kit to make that. They all know it, too. They all know it. But we're even out, though, 16-16.
Oh, man. FNS calling them out. Time Warner, man. Weren't they going to merge with Comcast, too, or something like that?
Maybe. There was some deal about that might have been a monopoly, and they weren't going to allow that to happen. And I don't know.
Maybe it was really just the industry couldn't stand two pieces of you-know-what combining together into one massive pile. You know?
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anybody really good at the moment, unless you got fiber from somebody. But
hey, Cox Cable, man. Shouting them out, boys.
Negatory. But trades are happening down in mid. Devil Walk's able to find two, and I know you do.
Read that how you want.
You don't need to shout that out on air. It should be private time storytelling there, Dusty.
You would know we room together.
I heard all about it. Nor did I want to. Yeah, true story. Don't room with Dust Moret at LAN. Don't do it.
Steal the bed every time.
But trades all in favor of WinterFox here in the final round of the first half of overtime number 1. WinterFox wants to try and make this 2 rounds because both teams had a better T side going for them. So if WinterFox is able to have the better CT side, that should bode well for them to try and pick this up in overtime number 1 and not allow Counterlogic Gaming to take map number 1. But Finesse does open all the way at that A bomb site, able to take down XP3. So that will make it a 3-on-2 now instead of a 4-on-2. As the bomb does get planted at A, all they have to do is hold on. Anger's going to take down JDM, but Finesse gets caught out after he removes Lex from behind the APC. That'll be an easy defuse coming out for WinterFox, and they have that 1-round advantage as we hit the second half.
Yeah, man, I mean, that's rough because, I mean, CLG, they had a pretty good T-side going for them in regulation. Really, if it wouldn't have been for lag, they probably get 11 rounds at least and probably don't even need to play this overtime. And then it hits them again here, you know, in the overtime. They only got 1 terrorist round. And when you think about how regulation went, both teams are very successful on their T-side. To be limited to just 1 round, that's really bad news here. I mean, for CLG to still be able to come back and win this game or push into a second OT, they need Cutler to be able to hold that A-bomb site, something he wasn't doing really in regulation. And they're going to have to deal with Pitt and the havoc that he was bringing over to that B side of the map. So we'll see if they can do just that. And on the flip side, yeah, I mean, it's just WinterFox. Can Pitt continue to perform like he has been all match long and help them close this thing out? I mean, that's going to be the big thing. And, I mean, Lex was a major player in the first half as well. See what he's got in store for us.
Yeah, do we get to see WinterFox having a good T-side like they had before, or can Cutler, I know you just talked about it, actually hold the A-bomb site? Because before this got started, I was praising Cutler how well he can hold this A-bomb site, even solo, and it just hasn't worked out yet. I don't know if it's a little bit of a caster curse or the lag is affecting them that bad tonight, but either way, we haven't seen that notorious CLG hold towards this A-bomb site.
That's why they trust JDM to stop the B-bomb site, because usually Cutler is able to, do a really good job playing over here on the A-bomb site, buying time, getting good kills. They do a little bit of a different boost here this time, and Derek hasn't been found out yet. Gets the kill.
That's going to be one in their favor now. Can they wrap it in a couple more? Trades going out. Trying to hold on will be Keller. He gets one before taken down by Pitt, and Pitt strings that into a multi-kill round so far for himself. So they even out. They make it a 2-on-2. JDM with the op in hand, though. Trying to work this from the connector, and it looks like WinterFox actually wants to try and rotate this back through mid towards that B bomb site. See if they can force this into a 1-on-1 or
That's
a 2-on-1.
exactly what they're thinking about. That or they're just buying time. They're forcing one of these guys to think maybe they're going B, and they have done that. They have forced JDM to back off and leave Hayes alone here inside the A bomb site. So either way, they're playing themselves into some type of 2 versus 1. No matter where they decide to take this bomb, if they stick together, then they should have themselves the 2v1 situation to bring the bomb in. But they're sending Pitt on a solo mission with low HP and B right now, and we see Anger trying to come through the A bomb site. But Hayes is playing so passive that Anger may just make it through here with no contest. And because Anger's not seeing anything, Pitt may even get called back.
Yeah, this might be rough here.
No
Pitt's going to try and work his way out. Yeah, they don't have a lot of time to try and rotate with this. JDM, I think he might have heard the drop, but they know exactly where JDM is now. They're just trying to figure out if they can find Hayes. Hayes going to be the last man. JDM tries to push his way out. Doesn't get up on Pitt in time. Yes, he does. That forces Anger into a 1-on-2 here. And this could be Counter Logic Gaming tying this up at 17 all. And they do have that 2-on-1. Hayes on the rotate. Anger hears it. He's going to look out a little bit too wide, and Hayes will take him down right through the connector door. And that will be CLG tying this up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, well done there from CLG, especially Cutler. We were talking about how he was struggling on the A-bombs. I think he only had 3 kills the entire CT side. And he comes up with 2 right here in just the first round of overtime alone. Doing a good job to slow things down and give his team a man advantage going forward throughout the rest of the round. And they close it out. And now they have the double op set up. So Tarek will be able to take his op here. I guess one of them is going to be going A, one of them B. Looks like actually, yeah, Tarek will be playing over here with Cutler on the A side, per usual, with the op. Meanwhile, JDM getting counter boosted, or at least I thought he was. And now, oh,
the lag. Comes. Yep, here it comes. This could be bad here. This could be WinterFox grabbing that 3rd round that they need. No, it looks like they're fine. All right, it's already went back away, so they should be okay here to hold on. Of course, they didn't get into the positions that they wanted, so they have to play a little bit of catch-up now. But still, they're not horribly out of position, though.
Flag came back, but now it's dropping again, so it just keeps fluctuating. But, I mean, WinterFox hasn't done any quick attacks, so since they're playing so slow, it's giving, like, actually CLG time to have their ping kind of settle to normal before the execute comes in. So I guess that's a little bit of luck there. As WinterFox here just staging up inside long B. Devilwalk with a smile on his face. Maybe that's why they slow things down intentionally? I don't know. Why would Devilwalk be smiling like that?
I don't really know, but yeah, either way, we're tied up 17-17. All players alive on both teams, and as I said that, Tarek's able to get the op shot off on the Lex. One thing to note here, this is the first time we've seen CLG with the double op look. We've seen WinterFox do it, and it worked out for them, but so far it's not working out for WinterFox this round, going against a double op look. Finesse will finish that thing off, and CLG guarantees themselves overtime number 2 here with 2 in a row from the CT side. And WinterFox, luckily enough, they're terrorists, so they are going to have a cheaper time buying out AKs here.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that we kind of noted in the second half is, like, Pitt was able to silence JDM a lot on the B side of the map, you know, limiting JDM to maybe 1 frag or none, you know, on this B side. But that round, JDM able to pop off a couple of frags before going down. So another, you know, better performance from CLG defending a site here in overtime compared to regulation. So well done. It's WinterFox now just on the AKs looking for a fast A, and Cutler gets caught out with the lag right there in mid to kick off the beginning of the round. And now WinterFox just taking a fast A, and it looks like we're going to go into a double overtime again off of some lag from CLG in a crucial round.
Yeah, so CLG trying to do what they can here, trying to battle their way back towards that A bomb site. This will go down. We're dangerously close to overtime number 2. Devilwalk trying to get another one on the Hayes. Tries to spray it out, but Hayes will eventually win the battle. Takes him down, even though he didn't take that much damage. Only goes down to 73 HP. And it will be a 2 versus 4 right now towards that A bomb site for CLG to try and win this thing. And XP3 takes down Hayes, and we're dangerously close to go to it unless JDM can pull a miracle out. He's going to be 1 versus 3 at the moment. Misses the shots down mid, and Lex working his way around the APC, and we're going to overtime number 2.
There's not much for me to analyze there, unfortunately, Misled. I mean, it's really just CLG players getting caught in awkward space off a lag for 2 entry frags, and WinterFox is a 5v3. I mean, at that point, they're set up to win. It's only they can all they can really do is lose the round for themselves, and they didn't. I mean, they played smart and close it out. So, 18-18 happened to CLG in regulation. That's how we got the overtime, and happens again in OT for a second one, despite the fact CLG were about to close the game out, or at least we're gonna have a chance to, but. That's unfortunate there, especially Cutler getting caught right out in mid, right in the mid lag, and that's so unfortunate to see. We never want to see games like that as commentators, and I'm sure as viewers, you don't want to see it either, of course, but unfortunately, not much can be done about it.
Ooh, Pitt playing around a little bit here in these this dead time, waiting for the players to get ready and get into this. So we will be going to overtime number 2. We're just waiting for all the players to ready up here, and I'm sure, again, bathroom breaks, getting some more drinks, and we have 7 ready now, so we might be close to starting this one pretty fast here, and hopefully we are able to, because we do have 2 best of 2s tonight, guys. We're actually going to have Trifecta versus Complexity coming up after map number 2, which we're still on map number 1 here, going into overtime number 2.
Yeah, I mean, we've been playing map 1 for an hour and a half, bro.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while. But guys, now that we're waiting for everybody to get in the server and ready up, we actually dropped a player out of the server. We only have 6 ready up. We're gonna go on break while we wait for them to get in. As soon as they're all in and ready to roll in overtime number 2, we'll get this thing live. Commentators Gaming versus WinterFox in CEVO MLG Season 8 Pro League. We'll be back. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to CEVO TV. I'm Misled. With me is Dustmer Red, and we are back into our Commentators Gaming versus WinterFox map number 1 here in a best-of-2 series, and we're actually into overtime number 2. Thanks to CLG having some lag, WinterFox capitalizing on that, and WinterFox having a ton of lag all the time, and still playing pretty well, actually.
Yeah, I think WinterFox is better off in the end when it comes to internet, apparently, which wouldn't normally be the case, given they have 3 guys in Europe. But yeah, I mean, it's rough for CLG tonight. Cutler trying to push out in the mid. He's had a rough game overall. Was looking better in OT, but then the lag caught up to him, and now he's just going to get straight up outshot this time around. 4-on-4 situation here for WinterFox as they're closing in on the A-bomb site.
Yeah, WinterFox trying to just smash their way directly in to this A-bomb site. They're having luck so far. They've got 1 frag, but they get traded out now. Frag's going in their favor. Hayes going to be the last CT left alive here. Can he get something going? He's going to force it into a 1-on-2. He has 1 terrorist inside the A-bomb site. The other one is actually in the halls, and I don't know what the halls player is doing, and the halls player is actually dropping from the server. And that was XP3 that we just lost, but WinterFox wins the round no matter what. And we're actually going to be 19-18 now.
What a circus
we're on
of
a
a game
pause.
we have so far, man.
This is out of control on map number 1.
You combine one team's internet issues with another team's internet issues, and this is what you're dealt. Or in our street and our producers' issues as well with internet. We can't forget that, right? And you get yourself a PowerPoint of a circus of a game. That's what you're getting.
Yeah, don't mock my presentation, Dust.
It's not even like new Office. It's like Windows 97 through 2003. You know, PPT PowerPoint. Not even the PPX, man.
Oof.
Not
So
even
it's-
those better animations.
It's a rough life out here in
Not
these
even
streets.
the new fonts. Yeah, it's rough out there on these streets.
But we're hoping that you guys enjoy the PowerPoint nonetheless. Hopefully we can get this. I just read what JDM.
What do you say?
Welcome back, French Prince of Bel Air.
Phone ring shuts down internet. God.
Awesome.
Uh,
Well,
Google Fiber, listen. Can you
Yeah.
please expand quicker? Please.
1998 over here. 2015, we're still lagging. Yeah, well, it looks like we have all the players back into the server. Hopefully the issues will be done for the time being. WinterFox is up by a round in overtime number 2. Let's see if they can continue this in their favor. Oh, man. StarCraft, Brood War. Wow. Pit throwing it super
Seems to be
old
the
school.
quality of internet we still have for some of these guys from those days. 56K gods, man. They should change their team name too.
I'm still a personal fan of the 94 Knicks. I think that needs to come back. Bring it back. So close, yet so far to get into that championship. Do you remember that? 94 Knicks?
CS team? Or the actual 94 Knicks?
The CS team, the 94 Knicks, and the reason why they were
Okay.
called the 94 Knicks.
Gotcha.
Because the Bulls won it that year, but they were
Yep.
so close yet so far. That's, yeah, a big joke.
God, it's All-Star going off in chat, by the way, man. He is
I-
destroying me.
I don't even know what's happening
He
right now.
is dominating me in chat right now, man. Shout out to It's All-Star. You the real MVP. You the real All-Star. Like your name, you know?
What? This is, I need to not read that ever again. Devil Walk will open things up. Actually, Pit goes down too, and then quick trade out comes out from CLG. That gives them that 4-3 advantage. As WinterFox struggling a little bit into this round. They want to string together 2 here from the T side. They need to do that. It's all about who's going to be able to have the better CT side, because both teams have good T sides so far throughout this game. It's about who can get those 2 rounds as a CT.
Yeah, I mean, actually, last game or last half, both teams only got 1 on T side, so that was kind of the big difference there. Lex, though, able to get the opening kill here for WinterFox as they're coming into the bomb side now. 3-on-3 situation. The bomb should get planted here momentarily, but can CLG retake to tie this thing back up?
Ooh, Lex with a great shot there on the JDM, but Finesse will finally answer. Still trying to push his way up to be Tark. They're at the White Rock, and he doesn't even need to do anything. But the
Oh
line
no, can they
comes
not
out.
make it to the bottom of
No.
the fuse in time?
No.
Oh no, please no, please don't let this happen.
They have a kid.
Luka,
Finesse has a
please.
kid. He's okay. He's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my god.
Okay.
If that lag
Okay.
out would have kept them from defusing, I guess all the other rounds it was arguable whether or not CLG would have won with the lag and everything like that. But that one you couldn't have taken away from him there. That would have been pure a loss on lag. But luckily that doesn't happen.
As a human, I am
As a
over
human,
this.
I'm over this.
Finesse. Finesse always with the hot one-liners coming out. And, let's see if which one of these teams is able to get 2 rounds here in their favor. If CLG can get 2 rounds from CT side, I think they lock this up in overtime number 2 over WinterFox. And we look towards map number 2, which will be Train. Because this is a best-of-2 series, and WinterFox, I think they have to win this one to come away with a point tonight. Otherwise, Train is going to be a little out of reach for them. Ooh, but XP3 in the halls. Good pop flash, able to take down Tarek. That's instantaneous 5-on-4 advantage.
Yeah, and remember, it's a race to 22 now that we're in the second overtime here. So WinterFox can get this second round on the first part of the OT. That would be great news for them here, as they already had that opening pick, as you stated, going to help them out, setting up some smokes on the balcony and the door to cut off that rotate from Hayes and JDM. But there's still Finesse and Cutler sitting here waiting for this attack to roll in. But it's a fake. They're falling off. Devilwalk coming back to B. The bomb's over there as well already. And Lex is just going to try to hold people in place, and Hayes is rotated as well. So they bought a rotate, and they've held the 2 firm in the mid room. So really well done from WinterFox.
It's going to be up to Lex and company here to try to make something happen at this A bomb site. Lex is going to get beat out. He gets spotted. Ended up taking down Hayes, though. Going to try and grab another one, but Finesse peeks out in front of him. JDM holding the B bomb site by himself, essentially till his teammates rotate in, but Anger in such a great position, hits the first shot, going for the second one, but Cutler sprays around the corner, knowing that Anger was very, very close to the door, and XP3 through the smoke will get the spam down, takes down Cutler, and WinterFox able to grab themselves 2 rounds, so all they need at this point is 2 from the T side, and they got this.
Yeah, that's exactly right, and I mean, CLG, they've had some good terrorist sides. Their pass on this map, even tonight, their terror sides look pretty good. I mean, Tarek and Hayes were doing pretty good getting entries on the B side of the map. JDM's op was pretty good in those late round kind of post-plan situations on the B platform to hold things down. They played a good T side. They just got burned on lag several times in regulation and in OT. So hopefully that won't come into effect here. I'd like to just see this game played clean with no problems, but so far not the case here. But WinterFox, they're in a great position here to see if they can't rally off 2 rounds and put this thing away finally, as they have almost 4 guys in the 30s right now, so they've really been performing well. Even XP3's kind of come back to life despite the ping issues. I mean, they're playing pretty well over there.
We've been focusing a lot on the CLG ping issues, but dude, when Tab comes up, guys, take a peek at it. 3 of the WinterFox players are currently not even in America. They're not even in North America.
And
they're
CLG still has worse ping.
Yeah, they're across the pond right now. I believe they're all in Sweden, correct? Pit,
I'm not sure what
XP3 and Devilwalk. I think, well, they're somewhere in Europe nonetheless, but yes. They're full-time, 3 of their players experiencing horrible ping right now, and CLG is getting random lag spikes of it, given it's their entire team, but the entire time WinterFox is essentially playing with 2 players actually playing from North America, while as 3 of their players are in Europe right now trying to play on US servers with a grip of ping the entire time.
And that's why this is kind of just like a circus of a game, like just to see this kind of thing happening, really. CLG probably the ones worse off because the lag spikes are killer. At least it's like constant, whatever, for the guys in Europe. But yeah, still definitely disadvantage, no doubt about it. CLG looking to do the B-split. Cutler does find the opening kill there.
Cutler and Hayes are able to find frags, but Pitt will be able to answer. Still playing from the statue. It's 2 before he finally goes down. Damage is done, though. They make it an even 2-on-2 here, as XP3 and Devilwalk will be against JDM and Cutler until Cutler takes on XP3, who is trying to jump his way into the drop room. And we're going to actually have JDM have to rotate back to try and get the bomb here. Let's see, does Devilwalk end up picking this up? He's got Cutler right around the corner. Flashbang is actually going to come out, and Devilwalk has to avoid it, and Cutler will capitalize on that. That'll be CLG tying this thing up at 20-20.
I mean, so WinterFox kind of losing their advantage, so to speak, now is when you're on that CT side, if you lose those first 2 rounds, then you pretty much don't have anything to work with on the final round of the OT has. So if CLG can push this thing to 21 here and now, that's going to be WinterFox in a real tough spot. So let's see what they're able to do here. As I mean, CLG have been so good on the B hits, whether it's been really fast hits or one of the more like slow progressions. They've been very successful at working those entries with Tarek and Hayes, and we'll see what they can do here now. As Tarek will actually be working mid. Cutler got caught, but I don't think that Tarek got spotted, but he still gets busted by XP3 in the end.
So XP3 able to take down Tarek there. Let's see if they can keep this going. Cutler's down also. That was thanks to Devil Walk. So now we got a 5-on-3 in favor of WinterFox. And whichever team wins this round will secure themselves at least overtime number 3. And I hope the game does not continue in that fashion. I do not feel like breaking my record tonight. I don't want to go past overtime number 5. Preferably, I do not.
Actually crazy because the second best of 2 is supposed to start in 20 minutes, and we're still not even in the map 2 yet of this one. So
yeah,
we might not even get to catch all that best of 2. Then we might just have to come in on map 2 of that one. We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what actually plays out between those two, but we're still stuck on a game number 1 here, this best of 2. It's going to be CLG trying to force their way into that A-bomb site, picking up 2 frags. That'll be Hayes, JDM, and Finesse left alive versus Lex, Anchor, and Pitt, who are going to be on a full rotate from that B-bomb site. And as I said, guys, whoever wins this round guarantees themselves overtime number 3 at least here. So, if not, they'll win if they can make that happen. So it's going to be Finesse and JDM. Finesse ends up going down, so it's all up to JDM here. He's got the op in his hands. He hits one shot onto Anger, getting spammed down through the flanks. Can he grab another one? Will find the shot onto Lex. Pitt's going to push up on him with a pistol in hand, and JDM goes out a little wide. Can JDM delay for long enough? Pitt's able to get there in time with the kit in hand and just barely be able to get this defuse off. That'll be WinterFox guaranteeing overtime number 3 now.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit limited in economy, though, I'd have to say, just because they have to rebuy a lot. So there's going to be a couple of guys here that's going to be on, like, FAMAS armor instead of M4 armor, I think. Or at least one. I think Lex might, be a little bit low here. No, he still puts up the M4, gets dropped or something like that. So they still actually get a pretty decent buy out of this, nonetheless. A little bit low on utility, that's no big deal. But this is it. This is WinterFox's ability to go for the W here and now. As we do see CLG, what are they going to do? They might go for that quick B. They've been doing that a lot. It's been pretty successful. It seems like that's what they want to go for again. Here they go. And
it's, WinterFox opens up. That's going to be Anger, able to prevent Tarek from being able to speed his way out. So now WinterFox finally has an answer for that speed from Counterlogic Gaming towards that B bomb site when they need it most.
Yeah. Absolutely. Able to bog him down there, get the opening kill on to Tarek. That was a big shot there from Anger. So hold off that entry. I mean, Tarek and Kaze have been pretty successful there. This time, not the case. They got closed off. Now they have to regroup on a 4v5. They're still going to try to split this B-bomb site.
They're just going to try and speed their way down to the drop. Finesse somehow makes the shot happen as Finesse picks up 2, and Hazed is in the argument also. Lex ends up getting caught by Hazed. And just like that, it's looking like overtime number 3 is going to happen here between Counterlogic Gaming and WinterFox on map number 1, which is absolutely out of control. But Pitt hits a nice op shot through the seam onto Hazed. He will be 1v3 now, making a ton of noise in the drop, though. He does have one right in front of him. Can he hit the shot? Misses the shot. Does he get away in time? Not able to make it happen. Get the escape. We're going to overtime number 3 here with Counterlogic Gaming versus WinterFox. The back and forth battle continues between these two teams. Neither of them want to drop map number 1.
And this is the game that never ends, Luca. Been 2 hours. Still on map 1, baby.
Feel like that's going to be true.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one that just keeps going. This is the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah. 21 to 21. The new goal is 25. That is what you have to hit now to come away with a win here. As again, I mean, at this point, we're seeing it just go back and forth, man. I mean, we're having CLG still being able to successfully work this B side of the map at times, but we have WinterFox at times with Pitt especially being able to shut it down. So it's just really back and forth here. Same thing with WinterFox when they're on their terrorist side. We've seen Lex and Pitt on either side of the map making plays. Cutler struggling over on the A side. Pitt able to find openings here and there. But then we've seen at times CLG step up and hold that off. So it's really been, down to the wire every single round, especially since overtime has started. So, yeah, I mean, it is a crazy game. Hard to really read where this is headed.
It'll be interesting to see how this goes. We are now into overtime number 3, Counterlogic Gaming versus WinterFox here at CEVO MLG Season 8 Pro League. And we are trying to break our overtime record apparently tonight, Dust. on map number 1, nonetheless, when we have 2 best of 2s coming tonight.
I'm just gonna say that I haven't casted with you in like a week or 2 weeks, I think, because you got sick one night, and different things happen, right? And during that time period, I casted maybe 1 single overtime game, and then the moment you come back, lo and behold, we're in triple overtime. It's definitely you. It's confirmed you that causes overtime as a commentator.
Well, I'm going to be honest here. I know what it is. I've talked to the players at LAN. We've talked to them online. As soon as they find out that I'm going to be casting for them, they just bring their best out. They don't have a choice. They love me. They want to impress me. Not really. I have no idea what happens as soon as they start playing each other while I'm casting. They hate me. I don't know what it is. They just feel like making me sit here all night long to have to cast these awesome matches, which I'm all right with. As long as it's a good match, I'm down with it. And then we actually have even trades going out between WinterFox and CLG until Pitt ends up doing that, trying to find another one onto Hayes, but can't quite link them together. So CLG earns their way into this B bomb site, at least for the time being now, trying to make some frags happen, and they will be able to pick up Anger as he's hanging around the White Rock, and Lex somehow escapes through the smoke as XP3 will string it into 2 frags, but he's got Lex low on HP, XP3 low on HP. JDM with the op in hand hits the first shot on the XP3, and they know Lex is low. JDM's probably going to try to force this out of Lex. Ends up jumping around. Lex has to go on the movement here, or go forward a little bit, and he ends up taking down JDM with the M4 solo on HP, 7 to be exact. WinterFox will take the first round of overtime number 3.
Yeah, what a crazy round. That was so back and forth. I mean, you saw Pitt opening up with the op, and then you see the great response from Hayes, and CLG gets into the site, looking okay. Within XP3 and Lex combined there to close out the round in favor of themselves. So off to a good start here is WinterFox. Finally, CLG unsuccessful on this B side of the map despite a good opening, and they are gearing up for something quite similar, it seems, as the bomb is going to be here at Long B with a couple of players not too far behind. Might try to do this drop in Long B split. Something else they have enjoyed doing here is they've had a lot of success at B, so I guess, no need to be discouraged from it, but there have been a couple of times where WinterFox has put up a good defense, and see if they can do it again here as Pitt still has this op in position at Long B, going to get boosted up on the platform.
So overtime round number 2, the first half of overtime number 3. And we're actually going to have WinterFox up by a round here. Remember, guys, it's going to be the first team to win 4 rounds in one of these overtime periods. We'll end up taking the game home, and lots of trades going out here. It's going to be JDM once again into a 1 versus 2. This time it's going to be XP3 and Anger instead of XP3 and Lex. Let's see if he's able to win this one. Op shot comes out. XP3 whiffs it there onto JDM, and JDM getting more aggressive this time. Does have the bomb on his back towards the B bomb, but he's looking to try and find the shot. He hits it onto XP3, and JDM op tonight has been absolutely money, top fragging in the server, but Anger does trade him out, and that's WinterFox winning 2 CT rounds in a row in overtime number 3.
Yeah, Anger had a big round there. He pressed into drop down, got both players who pushed there from CLG, and then comes out and wins the 1 versus 1 against JDM. So very, very big round there from Anger. Nice attempt from JDM. Pitt also laid in some good damage, getting 2 before he went down with that op on the Long B platform. So, a good combined effort there between him and Anger. And this is WinterFox. This is one of the best positions they've had to go ahead and win the game since the overtime started. So let's see if they can follow through with it. I mean, CLG a bit limited here. Just a couple of guys in upgraded pistols, only 3 AKs, very low on nades. So they just have to rely on the duels. Really hope that Tarek can come up big with his AK. That's going to have to be the hope for them to have a chance on stopping WinterFox from shutting them out in this half of OT.
So into the final round of the first half of overtime number 3 now. WinterFox with a large advantage here, as Dust just talked about it. Guns in favor of WinterFox. CLG rolling 2 pistols, but they do have some armor coming out. They have a little bit of utility left. Let's see if they can make something happen. Finesse did just get hurt in the drop. Anger's looking for him. Anger trying to play the angle. Lex is going to throw the flashbang out. Anger ends up getting completely blind by it, but it doesn't matter. He has XP3 to cover as he jumps through the window back into the drop room, and that will be an instant 5-on-2 advantage now as we actually lose Cutler. There goes Hayes, so now it's all up to Tarek trying to step out. He is able to find the shot on Chicken Coop, which will be Pitt hanging out in that direction. But Tarek now 1 versus 3 as he found a shot onto Lex, but XP3 on the trade out. WinterFox wins all 3 CT-sided rounds. All they need is one of these terrorist-sided rounds to go in their favor, and they win in overtime number 3. Otherwise, we will go to overtime number 4.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is WinterFox's big chance to go ahead and close this game now. Really well done. This has been the difference maker. Both teams have shook about their CT side throughout the entirety of this game between regulation and in overtime. But this time we have WinterFox with a 3-0 shutout from their CT side. I think the big difference here actually was Anger. We haven't called his name out a lot tonight because we've been talking a lot about the big plays that Lex and Pitt have had throughout the night. But Anger came up absolutely huge there. I mean, that's 2 rounds back-to-back where he was defending that Skyfall play and getting multi-frags in that spot and really shutting down CLG's B execute. Of course, he did get some nice support from Lex, who was throwing some pretty, key pop flashes to give him the advantage on the duels, but it was still Anger who came up with the frag. So, well done to him. He's really helped put WinterFox in a position to go ahead and finally put this game to rest and take a map and ensure themselves at least a tie tonight.
Now we're going into overtime, number 3, second half of it anyways. WinterFox, again, like I said earlier, guys, all they need is 1 round here in overtime, and they will win map number 1. Then we can actually focus on getting ourselves into map number 2 in this best-of-2 series. And again, guys, this is only our first best-of-2 of the night. We still have a second best-of-2 coming. That is going to be Complexity versus Trifecta. So make sure you guys stay tuned after this next map is done between these 2 teams, because we do have another best-of-2 that's going to be rolling through tonight. As WinterFox, again, 1 round away from winning map number 1.
And Pitt already finding the entry here. Eric, though, does respond with the kill onto Lex. So we do have an even 4-on-4 here. Devilwalk finding Cutler. So, it's just back and forth here. Excuse me, Pitt didn't actually get the kill. I thought he did. He just did a lot of damage to finesse it and actually find the frag. So it's an even 4-on-4. Bomb coming into Long B, however, from WinterFox. And they're going to try to split this B bomb side. They already have Anger in position in the Skyfall room. So let's see if they can go ahead and close this thing out.
So Tarek right there in the face of Devilwalk, but the trades do go in favor of WinterFox, who actually have the one-man advantage now, as, Hayes and Tarek are going to be trying to lag now. Let's see if they can stay alive here. Hayes just trying to do the shuffle if he's able to. It's going to be him and his teammate Tarek trying to make it into the B-bomb site. They're going to be in trouble here. Tarek does have the op in hand. We lose Tarek. Now it's all up to Hayes. Hayes gets caught out by XP3, and WinterFox will win map number 1, 25-21. Overtime number 3 victory in their favor. And they win all 4 rounds from overtime number 3 to get that win and focus on map number 2 now, which will be Train.